Biofouling is the natural community of biostenosis of plants and animals which natural settle and grow on hard substrates of aquatic environments like the sea.
Coral reef of tropical zones is the most known biofouling for its wonderful beauty of colors and species richness. But the seas of temperate zones like the Mediterranean Sea are also interesting as regards their depth, as they show along their coasts a high biodiversity of benthic organisms and species richness comparable to those of tropical zones, often representing a nursery for fish species of economical relevance. On the other hand, biofouling represents a real problem for many human activity, because it can cause severe damages to various submerged structures like wells, buoys, submarine instrumentation, cables, platforms, exchangers and waste pipes, with a consequent continuous cost of maintenance. The most important impact of biofouling is represented in airboats and marinas on the boat hulls, where it increases friction and fuel consumption and greenhouse effect as a consequence. The first antifouling paints containing organotin compounds, like TBT, effectively solved the problem of larval and spore settlement. However, TBT revealed to be very toxic to non-target organisms, causing sizable financial loss in the oyster beds and significant reduction of the coastal biostenosis. After the international ban of organotin compounds, chemical industry launched a variety of new antifouling formulations containing various biocides with a new impact on coastal waters.
This is Francesca Cima, PhD and assistant professor at the Department of Biology, University of Padua. I had the problem of antifouling paints at heart since 1995. When I began to study toxicity and mechanism of action of organotin compounds, and then of their alternatives on benthic marine organisms like bivalve mollusks, canoderms, tunicates, and sea worms.
The aim of my project is to study the effect of non-toxic materials like geotextiles on the settlement capability of biofouling in order to employ these materials as alternatives to antifouling paints. The lagoon of Venice is a fragile ecosystem where biostenosis of hard substrates are well represented with many species of animals and plants. It can be considered a lab in the open air. In particular, the southern basin where stands Chioggia is a zone with a low anthropic impact and preserved natural conditions. In the first part of my project, I studied the evolution of biostenosis of our substrate in the presence of geotextiles by dipping artificial substrates for 1 year and following monthly settlement and growing. Evaluation of data will be carried out through various descriptive bioindexes like structural biostenosis, the evolution of which ends in the lagoon with a climax represented by tunicates. Tunicates are good coastal bioindicators. They are cosmopolitan filter-feeding invertebrates phylogenetically related to vertebrates, represented by ascidians with a solitary and colonial species. Botryllus schlosseri is the dominant colonial species of the climax and is reared in my lab in Padua since 60 years. In the second part of my project, geotextiles were used in lab to evaluate the effects on larval settlement and metamorphosis.
You think that the wildlife of the sea must be protected? Please support my project to reduce the impact of the antifouling paint on the coastal environment.